Alright, so today's another day. Uh, Took the trade, which should have been break even. I had some type of error um, in the processing um, where I got in and got out like the same time. It's weird. I don't know what happened. Um, in any case, it should have been a break even. I ended up losing like $10. So, well, not break. Well, when I do break even, I usually make money, like a dollar or two, but lost $10. It's whatever. I was calling it break even. Um, but yeah, I had a processing error. Something went wrong. I don't know. I didn't even get my lines at the side to show, or my ticks, or my P&L. I didn't get any of that. I just saw that this happened, so I'm not sure what happened there. Um, so yeah, let's just kind of go through what happened today and what we were expecting. So coming into the day, 9:01, I saw this trade. I was like, oh, this is gonna be a banger, but I didn't take it because of time and price. Right? As y'all know, I don't trade till 9:45. Whoops, I don't trade till 9:45. This was at 9:08, 9:08, something like that, 9:10. All right, this would have been the entry. Thought this was a banger. I watched this one play out in front of me, and I was like, "Oh, that's a good trade." And I was targeting this low, although I should have been targeting the equals, which makes a lot more sense. But I was honestly, I was transparency. I was targeting these ones, not these ones all the way down here. But that makes a lot more sense considering it's all equals. And also on the 5 minute, which is where I saw this trade, 5 minute was clean. So you'll see the 5 minute. We have this sweep of liquidity here. The 5. Woo! That's crispy. Crispy, crispy, crispy. So you have the sweep of liquidity on the 5 minute. Now you're just looking for entries, which is what happened here somewhere. This is what happened here, right? So boom, that's great. So moving forward. Now we are looking at down here, right? This is open. 9:30 open is here, all right? 9:30 open. Price comes down. We sweep out the liquidity. That's what I wanted. And then we get, we flutter around a little bit, and then we get this candle. I looked at this. I was like, oh my god, this is perfect. But time and price weren't correlating. Talking to my people, my friends in the industry and whatnot, said, why not just do it as 5 minutes after the open and then look to take a trade? Reason being, I'm missing this entire move right here, which is a solid 3.1, 3.3R. That would have been a great first trade, right? And I saw it. I saw everything play out. I was like, oh my god, it's just 9:40. So I think instead of trading from 9:45 to 11, I'm gonna start doing 9:35 to 11, and give price those 5 minutes to kind of do what it needs to do, so that I can still get in a trade if need be, right? Or if something presents itself. So this would have been the break even point here. Boom, cool. And obviously this would have been the target. So I would have taken off. Wait, sorry, hold on. Break even here. Let me just put it back on there real quick so we can kind of see what's going on. Stop would have been something like that. Target would have been there. Right. So break even, and honestly, probably I would take some form of profit at this level right here. I mean, it's equal highs pretty much. It is swept, but this is a liquidity point without a doubt. So I probably would have taken half my position off there, gone break even, and then let the other one ride, and kind of go like that. So let's go on to the meat and potatoes of the day, and the actual trade that I took today. So with this, time and price is great. It's 10.24. I'm like, all right, cool. What is it that I'm looking for? Overall, on a 15 minute, I'm really looking for price to continue higher, take out these equal highs, but ultimately go to the high of the day, right? Or ATH. That's what I'm looking for. That is pretty much everything. That's the target for the day. I expected price to get there, and it did, which is beautiful. So let's cut down to the 5 minute real quick, because that's also very important in terms of what it is we're looking for. So what does price do, right? Price, we sweep at 930, we come through, we make a new higher high. We have to give some form of a retracement. What is the retracement that we're looking for? Something into the 50. Tools. Something into the 50%. 50% retracement, which is what we get. We have that stacked on with an actual FVG. So from there, if there's any form of reversal pattern or reversal signal, I should be able to get it. And there were actually two. The first one, which I really should have gotten in, but I don't trade, is this order block right here. All right, we come through, we sweep liquidity, we come into the area where we need to come into. The moment this closes above, this should be my entry like this. Let me just put on my tool here. Entry like that. Cover the order block itself. Target, obviously, first target would be here, right? And my overall target would be there. That should be the trade, all in all. That wasn't what I went for, and that wasn't what I took. So if we go to what I actually took, which was on the 1 minute, I decided I want to be patient. All right, I want to be patient. I wanted to trade the way in which I trade, which is the inverse. Price comes around to my inverse. We end up breaking. We close above, and you can I trade with 3 contracts, 3 to 4 contracts depending on the trade. You can see here where my entry is. I have 2 hours. So my what do you call that? My entry / fill was weird. So you can see where my entry is. All right. I have 2 arrows there, but then I have a 3rd arrow here, which is bizarre. Then I have my stop, which is pretty much break even, right? So I'm pretty much break even immediately, but my break even point is here, so I wouldn't even be selling until I got there. I don't know what happened with my trade today. Honestly, no clue. Yes, this is a break even trade because once we came here on this candle, we came back down to entry, so we would have been out. Cool, fine. But the fact that I had issues with, and you can see like the same thing here, right? Where this one opened again and closed same spot. It's weird. I don't know what happened today, but something weird happened today with me being filled. And then ultimately we just ran off, right? Ran to my target, and then we kind of petered around and go a little bit higher and whatnot. But yeah, I think trade bias was really, really smooth. Really good. I'm seeing the market well. I think analysis is really, really smooth as well. Seeing the market very clearly. Well, I didn't even notice this earlier where we had these equal lows in here. Come through, spike it, which was also the 5 minute 5 minute push lower into the 50% of the bullish leg, as well as the 5 minute FEG. So a lot of confluences for actually taking this position, which I will take in the future. I think understanding what an order block is, understanding what inverses are. I think I can take on order blocks if the inverse isn't presented. So I think that's something I'm going to do in the future. But yeah, overall, I think it was a pretty good understanding of the trade. Break even, it is what it is. And then we move on to the next. All right, so that's going to be the trade recap for today. What's today? 17th of July.